Everybody thinks that equality comes from identifying people, and that's not where equality comes from, Matthew Bomer.
A stereotype is a generalization of characteristics ascribed to groups of people involving gender, race, national origin, and other factors.
Racial stereotypes are harmful because they ignore the full humanity and uniqueness of all people.
I did not illegally cross the border.
Latino people are the second most discriminated against ethnic group after African Americans.
I am not Pocahontas.
The image of the Indian princess gave way to that of the promiscuous squaw, which rendered indigenous women vulnerable to violence and mistreatment.
I am not a criminal.
Blacks in Canada still seem to have to deal with discrimination. They continue to have lower salaries and higher rates of unemployment than other Canadian immigrants.
I'm not a gardener.
31% of Mexicans are portrayed as gardeners in the media.
I am not a racist.
If a white person were to move to a neighborhood which was of a more predominant, diverse, and ethnic background, they would be looked at with suspicion and treated differently.
My father is not a taxi driver.
A quarter of British Columbians with South Asian origins say they have experienced moderate or significant amounts of verbal harassment, poor customer service, and workplace unfairness. Racial stereotypes are learned from parents, peers, and the media. Our tendency to label different racial groups as superior, good, or inferior, bad.
I am a student, sister,
Son.
Brother.
friend, daughter.
Stereotypes are demeaning, devaluing, limiting, and hurtful to others.
Statistics Canada estimates that by 2031, between 29 and 32% of the Canadian population will be visible minorities.
I am an equal. I am an equal.
I am equal.
I am unequal.
I am an equal. I am an equal.
To solve this problem, we can gain more awareness and knowledge about racial groups. Not only will our racial stereotypes and discrimination lessen, but we will also become better equipped to educate and challenge others about their racial stereotypes and discrimination.
I am a person, not a stereotype. I am a person, not a stereotype.
I am a person, not a stereotype.
I am a person, not a stereotype.
I'm a person, not a stereotype. I'm a person, not a stereotype.
No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, 1994.